everybody, this is Rose of Sharon, and I'm back again with another book review. I just read Miss Aldridge Regrets by Louisa Hare, and this takes place in the Depression. So you've got Miss Aldridge herself, and she's mixed race, which actually makes it even that much more intriguing given the period of time. And I love the jazz era setup for this particular book and the murder that subsequently follows. And it's absolutely exceptionally written. And actually, to be honest, this is the debut novel for Miss Hare, excuse me, I don't know why I said Hay. But I had never heard of Miss Hare before, so I was very surprised, and I got it because I knew it was going to be jazz era, which is something I'm absolutely obsessed by, if you know me well enough. But I really don't want to go too much into the plot of the book because it would give a lot away. But yes, it involves murder. And it explains why. and it's interesting to see the psychological sort of turmoil that a character goes through, if they do have that. If not, then if the character is a sociopath, then you get to see how sociopathic mind works, which I don't know why, but I've always been just fascinated by psychology in and of itself, and it's always been a subject of absolute intrigue for me. But like I said, I don't want to give anything away, so if you see this at your local library, pick it up because it's definitely worth a read. And Miss Hay just knocks this one out of the park. This is absolutely phenomenally written, and you feel like you're there, and you really understand the plight of Miss Aldridge herself and why she was called on the case. And the irony, there's quite a bit of irony here, but you'll understand as soon as you get into the story. But I didn't want to say too much, honestly, about the book. I wanted to talk about a little bit what's going on in my life. For those of you who have known me for a long time, I will be working on my studio, and this probably comes as no surprise, but I'm really excited because that means I'll be able to make music, do stories, or I should say storytelling, animation, and stop motion. Of course, the latter two aforementioned will be quite a bit of labor-intensive activities, but it's something I've always wanted to do because I've always loved animation ever since I was a kid. So I thought, well, why not just do it myself? Let's see what else. It's gonna be Halloween fairly soon. I'm not sure what the weather will portend as in accordance to that, but we will probably have candy for the ghouls and goblins to come. It's difficult to believe that the year's almost over, honestly. Yeah, it's been kind of a roller coaster year. It's been very blessed. That which remains, I'm an extra in that, if I haven't mentioned that before. My friend who created Bart Willard, he is still hoping to get funding for the series, and it's going to be a series, not a movie. He hasn't really told any of us, whether it be cast or extras, what to expect yet, because he still doesn't have the funding to actually film the thing. Yeah, it's an exorbitant amount, but I'm hopeful that he does, because honestly, I've always wanted to do something like this. Plus, I support the mission. I support the message because it surrounds the mustard seed. Beyond that, I'm just going to say two things about it. Steampunk, mustard seed. I'm not saying anything else other than the Valley of the Shadows. So I think that pretty much encapsulates it in a chestnut. It's a hard shell that needs to be cracked eventually. But that's pretty much all I have to say. As far as trips are concerned, thinking about West Virginia, would like to go to Georgia so I could meet my cousin, because I got a cousin in Georgia and we've been talking for a while. And of course there are Walking Dead sites, and if you're not familiar, Stranger Things was filmed there, and I want to see it for myself. I think they recently erected a memorial to Eddie Munson. Last time that I saw somebody on TikTok actually did a vlog of it. They just did it to a kind of memorial. People had put a bunch of cards up there. It was very touching. What else? That's pretty much it. That's all I got to say about this review. So until next time, live on and prosper.